I think some of these things we'll have to maybe dump. So this is where we keep our peppers. This is the packaging line. So we have two packaging lines. When we're running at capacity, we can do like 70,000 bottles per day. So we have two packaging lines. We have one over here and one over here. So this is the packaging area. So this is our processing area. So that is that area where we mix as well. These are big kettles that we cook the product in over here as well. So all of these are these have not been utilized since Tuesday, because from Tuesday we started locking down.
How has business been going since the passage of Hurricane Beryl?
Well, it has been good. As I said, we expected some disruption, but not this much, because it's unfortunate that our backup system failed us, the generator, but we also have solar. But the solar only works when you have a JPS supply. So the solar, typically, when we have JPS supply, provides about 70% of our energy need. And we only get about 30% from JPS. But typically now, because we're slowly reliant on JPS since the hurricane, we have not been able to do any production at all. You know, the workers literally come in every day and we sit down and wait, because every time we speak to someone from JPS, they say tomorrow, and tomorrow just never comes, and they keep moving the goalposts. As I said, I expected some disruption, but not for so long. As I said, the fact is that just down the road from here, less than a mile, there is power, and up the road as well, not too far, there is also power. So it's just this little area here. And from what I gather is that there is a problem further up, but the solution is to isolate that area and turn on the power. And I thought, that would have been done from Monday.
Would you agree that they might not have enough manpower? Or the
I've been here all day. I haven't seen anybody on the road for the entire day. As I said, I saw in the paper where they said 83% of power has been restored. That is not an accurate representation of what I'm seeing. I did an informal poll with my staff who comes from all over Westmoreland, and only about 20% of them have had power restored. So when they're talking about 83%, I don't know if they're talking about that's in Kingston or wherever, but I know as a fact, down here, we're not up there. Only parts of Westmoreland is restored. And as I said, I don't want to sound disingenuous, but I expected disruption, but I expected as well that, they would have basically given us some little priority based on the importance. We are one of the largest taxpayers, I think, in the parish. And in terms of, we have Easy Spice, which is next door us. Together, we employ maybe about 60 people. We have taxes, we have wages bill on Friday, we have statutory deductions coming up on Monday, and I'm sure the government will not delay the collection. If you don't pay, you're going to get the penalty, the full force of the penalty.
So what quantity of products are sitting in your storeroom now can't be shipped overseas?
Well, we had maybe about a half a container of products which were building towards a container when the hurricane struck. So we have maybe about half a container. We typically, over a 5-day period, we do maybe about 4 to 5 containers of product exported. And we have not been able to do anything. And our product is perishable. And I said a lot of farmers, the ministry have been calling. They want to know if we can take any of the produce from the farmers, because a lot of stuff have blown down and they need to try and salvage something. But we are unable to help them. This is peppers, which is crushed. Because of the hurricane, we normally buy on a Wednesday, so we purchased on a Tuesday instead. So this is the peppers that we have here, all here. That's scotch.
Scotch bonnet.
Yeah. And with scotch bonnet, you have to use it within a certain time. Some finished products which we have, these are for Canada, but weren't able to complete the order. So that shipment is delayed.
What's the order for Canada?
No, and we have good orders for Canada. It's over a container load. Over a container load. And we also have for USA, and we got some rush orders which we were hoping to start this week, which we can't do anything about that now. Because at this time of the year, this is the peak period for the product during the summer. My main concern is lost business and falling behind because, as I said, with our distributors abroad, they're not concerned about hurricane and what have you. They just want the product. And if they don't get the product, they go somewhere else. The last word I heard was we should have power by tomorrow. But based on what I've been hearing, I have to see it before I believe it. I'm not going to have any comfort in that.
And if you don't get power by tomorrow, as in Wednesday, what does that look like for your business?
It will have serious implications. There's a lot of revenue would have been lost here, and it will be out of pocket for us because we have to pay our staff. Our staff is expecting payment, and especially in this time here where everybody has hardship, they will be expecting. So that will be basically money out of our pockets. We're not putting anything in, we're just taking out. And it's not sustainable. We cannot operate like this. After this Friday, we won't be able, we'll have to lay off our staff. We'll have to lay off your staff because
What's your staff complement?
about 32 people. About 32 people. I said they're from all over Westmoreland. Yeah. But as I said, we're a fairly big operation. We have been in business for over 50 years. This is where I grew up here. And I'm the second generation, and my son is the third, who is also involved in the business. He was in Kingston now trying to source a generator for us to use in the interim, but he was not successful. So, as I said, we're just totally dependent on JPS now. So I'm just pleading with them to just give us some priority